Welcome to today's episode of Sassy Detectives. We're your hosts, Tori
And Rae!
We are here to talk about anything and everything Nancy Drew, and today we'll be ranking Nancy Drew men on a himbo scale. Roll the intro.
Alright, so this is kind of a weird episode.
This is a weird episode, but I think it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this, because it's like, this is just us having fun here. So, basically
After talking about the terribly heavy topics of Ghost of Thornton Hall, now we're going to switch gears.
From like the darkest games of the entire series to, well, let's see who fits dumb. I just said dumb and stupid. I have those stats now. Kind, stupid, beefy. You gotta be dumb, kind, and beefy. Beefy, dumb, and kind.
By the way, we want to clarify that we do not use the term himbo in any sort of derogatory way. We use it in really kind of an affectionate way.
It's like, you know what? You might be a little dumb, but that's okay. We love you anyway, and you're good at other stuff. You don't have to be a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of my favorite himbos ever is Jace Tallis from Arcane. Like, my man is a scientific genius. Like, this guy could, like, solve scientific mysteries that have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. But, but, like, you could say something like, I don't know, there's so many examples of him being so dumb and being so, like, easily manipulated, but it's like, you know what? That's not why he's there. He's not supposed to be, like, super smart or anything, and that's okay. He's supposed to be, like, book smart, not street smart.
Right.
There's also the inverse, which is Herbo, which is a woman who has all of the himbo traits. And that would also be Vi from Arcane. Love her. And it's also funny in Arcane as well, with the Herbo and the Himbo teaming up, because whenever Vi and Jace team up for something, they fail miserably, and it's so funny. But like that's like the basis of Himbo. I think my favorite Himbo is probably Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah, he's a classic. Classic himbo. We
also
love
Thor
Kronk.
from Marvel also counts as a himbo.
Okay.
Like, he knows weird science stuff about all of the galaxies and everything, but he's still got those himbo stats. He's still got a dumb stat high enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Some people have classified Anakin Skywalker as a himbo. I'm not sure if I would put him as a himbo. But I know some of the clones in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, would definitely be himbos.
I feel like Anakin's kind stats definitely fluctuate.
Yeah. His kind stats fluctuate so much.
That one's not consistent, and kind is one of the pillars, so...
Yeah, he's gotta be kind. When it comes to his friends, he's kind.
Yeah.
But he's got a little bit of something there that's a little bit unhimbo-y. I'm trying to think of other himbos for examples, but like the himbos coming to mind are just like Jace and Kronk.
I think that's fine. I think we could probably dive into it. Do you want to explain the tiers?
Okay, so we have 6 tiers we are going to be ranking these men on. So number 1, the highest tier is himbo, meaning he's got enough himbo stats to be considered a himbo, and that is why we love him. Then we have hunk, which is you have the beefy and the kind stats, but you don't have the stupid. So, you know, you can be smart and be a hunk, you know. Then we have decent man, which is stupid and kind. So like he's not that beefy, but he's dumb, but he's very kind. His kindness is his number one like priority, is being a good person. Then there's Jock, which is stupid and beefy. So, like, Gaston. Because he is not kind. But he is stupid and beefy. So, there we go. And then we have none of the above, which is when they're either they just don't have enough stats in any of the pillars to be a himbo, a hunk, a decent man, or a jock, and so they're just there. And then our last tier is bad man, ick, be gone, which is basically none of the above.
Self-explanatory.
But they're evil. Yeah, it's like they don't have himbo stats, but they're evil. Because you can be a good person and still have no himbo stats, or you can be like just a normal person with himbo stats, but this one is for evil.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. So first up, we have Dave Gregory. And
without any questions,
I think Dave exhibits all three pillars. He is beefy, he is kind, he's not the brightest, and I think we should also talk about some of the like bonus pillars, which we won't use all the time, but I think somebody who is a himbo would be even more of a himbo if they also hit some of the bonus pillars, which are handsome and tall. And he is also those things. Yeah. So I think he is the poster boy, I think, of himboism.
The poster boy.
And we love Dave Gregory for it.
Yes. There's another Nature character that is most definitely a himbo as well that I will mention later because I love him so much and I will marry him and I love him. But I'll save that for later.
Okay. Who's next?
Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and this tier maker doesn't have the new characters, so I'll put them on later. But then we have Ralph Gardino, and I don't know how many of the because I don't know, we don't really know enough about him.
I think that he is kind, and I think he is beefy, but I don't think he's very stupid. So what would that go into?
Yeah, and I don't think he has high enough beefy and kind stats to be put into hunk.
So maybe just none of the above?
Yeah, maybe just none of the above. But we love him and he's a hero.
Yes.
The next one is Joseph Hughes.
Yeah, Joseph Hughes.
From the final scene, and immediately bad man ick be gone.
Yeah. I was
anybody
gonna say,
who tries to kill Nancy.
Yeah, spoilers obviously. Spoilers for this episode, probably for the entire series. But like if it were not for the fact that he is the culprit, I would say he has really high kind stats. But then you find out that's all just like a ruse anyway.
Yeah, he's So yeah, we don't like him. Next is Henrik Vanderheun, and he goes into none of the above.
Yeah, he's not stupid. And he's not beefy. Yeah. He does have kind stats, but it's not enough just to have high stats in one.
Yeah. So he's way too smart for this, not athletic enough, and doesn't have high enough kind stats. So he's just there. We love you, Henrik, though. Next is Taylor Sinclair, and he also goes immediately into Bad Man It Be Gone. No questions.
The tie alone puts him there.
The tie alone and the mustache. Mm-hmm. That must. Oh, yeah. Anyway, and also the murder, because it is like heavily theorized that he killed people. So yeah. Anyway, next is Alejandro Del Rio, and he goes into hunk.
I was gonna say he's not stupid, but he is kind, and he is beefy.
Yeah.
So I think hunk is where he would go.
Is he like a bit like mean about the museums stealing artifacts from
But I think
his
that's
homeland?
justified.
Yes, but that is completely justified. They should not be there.
And he's not necessarily unkind to Nancy. He's stern in what he's talking about, but it's not really directed toward her. So
So I will always love Alejandro Del Rio. I will always stand Alejandro Del Rio. I love him. Amazing. Anyway, next is Red Knot, and he goes into Bad Man Ick Be Gone because I'm pretty sure, because there's this hilarious theory that he's a serial killer, which I would not question.
I don't know. I don't really think that Red Knot is a bad man, personally. I think he's kind of mid, but I don't think he's a bad man.
I mean, he's mean to Nancy and likes birds more than people, and gets really mean about it.
I might also like birds more than people, though.
Yeah, but you're not mean about it.
Okay. All right, I'll concede.
And you don't get mad at Nancy for being inside of a burning barn. Burning shed.
True, true. Okay.
Okay, next we've got Jeff Akers.
I
I
don't really think Jeff is stupid.
No, I don't think he's stupid.
And he's
I'm
not
not
really
sure
beefy.
He is. There's a
he's
reason
beefy enough?
there's a reason he's featured in the model match game
Oh,
in
right.
Danger by Design. So
Okay.
I feel like he could go into Hunk.
Okay.
I don't know if
think
he's
that
like
would be
necessarily
fine.
very kind though. But he's
I would
definitely
say
got the beefy stats.
He's not any less kind than Alejandro is.
Alejandro's like cooler though.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like.
But yeah, we can.
I feel like Jeff. He's here to do his job, and he does it well.
Yeah.
And he's pretty
He's
friendly
also
to
got
Nancy.
handsome and tall
Yeah,
things
he
going
has
for
those-
him as well. So
yeah, he has pretty much. He's very similar to Alejandro as far as like stats go.
yeah. Next is Harlan. I
Bishop.
have not played Harlan Bishop. Yeah, I haven't played this game enough
Harlan Bishop.
to actually get that.
I
feel
think
like
Harlan's a little dumb.
I think he's
affectionately.
more of a jock.
Yeah, I think he's more of a jock.
'Cause,
He's well,
dumb and beefy.
he might be a
don't think he
himbo.
has-
I don't know.
I don't think he has enough kind stats.
Okay, so just kind of dumb and
Yeah.
beefy.
Dumb and beefy. Yeah.
Okay.
Next is Elliot Chen.
Ick.
I feel like he has. Yeah, ick. I'll just say that because he's really fun as a character.
Yeah, he's fun, but so is Joseph.
But he does. Yeah, I guess, yeah. But I can relate to him more because he's like, yeah, I'm procrastinating again, whatever. Which was me when I was super depressed in college.
I'm just gonna say, if
But,
we're
like,
gonna classify
yeah.
Badman Ick Be Gone as
Yeah.
somebody who's willing to kill Nancy, then Elliot deserves to
Yeah,
be there just as
definitely.
much as Joe.
Yeah. Next is Andy Jason.
Ick.
Eck. Bad man. He just gives me some of the biggest ick in the entire game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I get to hit him on the head with an air canister via trained killer whale. I love that. Next is Holt Scotto.
None of the
'Cause
above,
he's
I
not,
guess.
none of the above, but I don't know if he's that bad to be considered ick.
I don't think
he's
he's all
like-
the way to Ick.
Because
I
he
think
does
he's
eventually,
just-
change
just
his
kinda
mind
like
about stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
He's-
kind of like a
he's
typical
there.
like old man fisherman. I think he's just kind of there, you know.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
he's a
next
good
we have-
character. Don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
he doesn't hit really any of the stats, negative
No,
or
he has
positive
none
wise.
yeah. And he also doesn't try to kill Nancy. In fact, he saves her, so
Yeah,
yeah. But okay, next we have Rick Arlen.
Himbo.
What?
Himbo.
No, he's not kind enough.
Okay.
He,
Jock.
he goes into jock. He's
Okay.
not kind enough.
Dumb and
There's
beefy?
nothing there. He's dumb and beefy.
Okay.
He's way too self-centered.
Okay.
And Lillian is very justified in poisoning him, by the way, or trying to. So, yes, I
Stay beautiful.
stay beautiful. I support women's rights and women's wrongs. Lillian can poison who she wants.
I just want to point out, though, it's funny that you're saying that while you have a framed emotional support picture of Rick Arlen in your house. So I'm just saying, I just would like to point out the irony of...
And it's camp. It's camp.
Yeah, I'm not denying that it's camp, but I just feel like it's my moral obligation to share on the podcast that you're talking about how you think Lillian is justified, and yet you basically carry around a framed picture of Rick. So yeah, anyway, next.
Yeah, our next subject is someone who will be tied to me for the rest of eternity. Shorty Thurman.
Oh,
Immediately he goes into Badman Ick Be Gone.
yeah, bad man
Immediately.
Ick Be Gone.
Immediately. But now.
Yeah.
I cannot escape him now. Almost every time I ask people about like a Nancy Drew thing, like, what do you think about this Nancy thing? Or like, do you have any like opinions about like blah 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 or suggestions of Nancy Drew stuff? They're always like Shorty because you cosplayed him. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never escaping this. Okay, next we've got Tex Britton.
I would like to talk about Tex for a second.
Yes, please. I love
My
him.
vote here is that he would go into decent man for a little dumb and a little beefy. He's definitely not kind. But I think that he is a little dumb because we very easily trick him as a young woman into basically admitting that he and Mary are seeing each other. So that, and he also leaves out things like incriminating letters from his sister just where she can find them. And I think he's not all the way dumb, but I think he's got a little bit of dumb stats. And he is
Yeah.
obviously beefy enough that he can like work on a ranch and like with horses all the time.
Yeah.
So my
Doc.
my suggestion would be to put him into decent man.
Oh, decent man. You have to be kind to be in decent man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's dumb and
Oh,
kind.
then
So
Jock.
that would be Jock. Yeah.
Sorry, I got them mixed up.
Yeah. But I do love Tex because he
Yeah,
is
we love
a
Tex.
sweetheart on the inside. Yeah. Next is Nigel Mukherjee.
He's not dumb. Well, he's kind of dumb. He's like
kind
dumb with people, but not, you know what I mean?
He's dumb in the same way as Jace Tallis, where in academics he's really smart, but when it comes to like street smarts and like
Yeah.
people smarts and stuff, he's quite
He's
dumb.
not beefy though.
No, I think he would go into decent man.
Okay. Dumb and kind.
Yeah.
I'm a
next-
Nigel stan. I feel like I'm one of the few in the community that just like really
Yeah.
likes Nigel,
No,
but
there's another person. There's a person on Tumblr who, back in like 2020, the heyday of Clue Crew Tumblr, after it kind of died after Midnight in Salem and then went crazy during lockdown. There's one account, Lady Linda with 3 A's at the end, who was always obsessed with Nigel Mukherjee. Shout out to Lady Linda. So many Nigel bits of content and stuff, so many Nigel posts. Absolutely obsessed
Nigel
with
needs
that.
the love.
I love Nigel so much. Anyway, next is Richard Topham.
Ew,
and
ick.
Yeah.
He's not, again, spoilers, he's not the culprit, but like, every
He's
interaction
still-
with him feels like pulling teeth.
Yeah. And also, like, I'm just gonna say, like, I gotta go slightly off topic. So I'm huge into Red Dead Redemption 2, and my thing is, I can excuse murder and thievery and stuff, but I cannot excuse misogyny, and this guy tends to be very misogynistic towards Nancy, and so I cannot get behind that. I'm sorry.
Oh my good. I mean, okay. Let's move on.
Jim Archer, an automatically decent man.
Yeah.
Automatically decent man, because he's very dumb, but he's very kind. So
Yeah.
there's that. Next we've got Frank Hardy. Where is Joe Hardy? Where is Joe on this list? Where is
There's
Joe?
Frank on here twice.
Frank is on here twice. Why is Frank
'cause
here twice?
Kapu Cave Frank is on there as well.
3 times?
Three times Frank Midnight in Salem Frank
Where
is down
is
there
Joe?
too. Where's Joe?
Where is Joe? Where is he?
He's not on here.
Oh my god.
Who is the Joe hater?
Well, Frank and Joe have the same amount of himbo stats, so they're going into hunk. We're just
Okay.
gonna say the Hardy Boys, hunks automatically. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
my
Just
computer
put
hates me.
Frank in there twice, and we'll think that one of them is Joe.
Oh, I'm putting sleep paralysis demon Frank from Creature of
Tapu
Tapu Cave
Cave.
up there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next we've got John Gray. I feel like John Gray. I don't know if he has enough beefy stats, but he's
No.
definitely got enough like smart stats. Because even though he does a lot of like the pseudoscience stuff, it's still like he knows what he's doing, I guess. So I feel like he would go into none of the above.
Me too.
Next is Tino Balducci, and he goes into jock.
Yeah. Dumb and beefy.
He's insufferable, but he's not as insufferable as to be put into the ick category.
Yeah.
And he does go into jock
Yeah, he fits
heavily. So, next is Dieter von Schwesterkrank.
that. Not beefy, really.
I feel like he'd go into decent man. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he does have that weird misogynistic comment. I think I'd put him in none of the above.
Sure.
Honestly. Next is Dwayne Powers. Bad Manic Be Gone. And then Jean-Michel Traquenard.
Traquenard.
Bad Manic Be Gone because I hate him.
I would put him into none of the above.
He looks in. He. Okay, yeah, fine.
He doesn't really do anything other than be annoying.
He looks like a thumb. Like a thumb from Spy Kids, but with facial features. Anyway, next is Big Island Mike, and I cannot put him into Bad Manic Be Gone. He's too iconic for that. So he's gonna go into none of the above.
None of the above.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. He's too iconic. I'm sorry. Next is Malachi Craven, and
none of the above.
None of the above. Again, like, he's insufferable, but not enough to be put into Bad Manic Be Gone. Next we've got Yanni Volkstaya. He's got beefy stats and nothing else. He's not dumb, though. He's just beefy. That's it.
But he thinks we're dumb. He told this whole story about his grandmother being, like, eaten by wolves.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know if I can put into Bad Manic Be Gone because
no, I don't think that. But you don't think he would go into, like, Jock?
No. He doesn't have enough stupid points. Because he is, you know, a spy and stuff. Okay. So, but, like, but he does try to kill Nancy. Wait, does he try to kill Nancy?
I mean, he's the villain.
Didn't he try it? Yeah. We'll just put him in Bad Manic Be Gone.
We'll just put him in Batman.
You've got the best in the games, but gotta put you into Bad Manic Be Gone. You try to... You're not nice to Nancy, so there we go. Okay, next we've got Ollie Randall. And... Because, like, he's definitely got stupid stats. He doesn't really have beefy stats, and he doesn't really... He has kind of stats for, like, Freddy and everything, but, like... I just put him in none of the above.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Oh my gosh, my computer hates me. Here we go. Okay, next we've got, Bill Kessler, and I think he'd go into Decent Man.
Yeah. Dumb and kind, but not beefy.
He's dumb and kind, that's it. Next we've got Lou Talbot. He's going into none of the above.
Really?
Yeah, because he's not beefy enough to go into Jock.
And he's not really
kind enough to be Decent Man.
Okay.
And so he doesn't fit into Hunk. He just goes into none of the above. Okay, next we've got Henry Bollet. And I don't think he fits into any of these.
Yeah, he doesn't really fit.
I mean, love him Henry, so much!
I love Henry, but he's not really dumb, kind, or beefy.
Yeah, alas. Next we've got Lamont Warwick. I love him so much.
I would maybe put him into Decent Man.
Yeah, I'd put him into Decent Man. Like,
he's not very beefy, but...
Yeah. But he is kind. And a little bit dumb, since he doesn't fall for Bess. He falls for Bess's tricks again. Bess isn't even that smooth! I love him. I love him so much, though. Okay, next we've got Charlie. I forgot his last name, but Charlie from Message in a Haunted Mansion.
I forgot his name, too. Last name.
Yeah, I'd put him into Himbo, honestly.
I would, too. I think he has very equal, dumb, kind, beefy stats.
A little bit less dumb than Dave, since he is doing college stuff, but, like, again, like,
he's also living in a wall.
Yeah. He's living in the walls! Next we've got Gilbert Buford. I'm gonna put him into Bad Manic Be Gone, because some of the comments he makes towards Bess makes me go, like,
He's a little cringe, and it's a big red flag, his little, like, cult group or whatever.
Yeah, that as well is a big red flag. Anyway, next we've got, Colin Baxter.
Oh.
Can I put him into Bad Manic Be Gone too?
Yeah. He's so obsessive about Nancy, it's very weird.
And like, and whenever Nancy says, "Oh, sorry, like I can't do this right now or something. He's one of those guys to where like if he would come up to you at like a party or something and be like, "Hey, do you want to like dance with me? Like you're so hot." And then you say, "No, I'm busy right now. I'm not really in the mood for it." And he'll be like, "Well, you're ugly anyway." Something like that. He gives me that vibe, and that is a major ick. Okay, next we got Antonio Fongo. I'm just
Bad
gonna put
man.
Him in. Bad man be
Also,
gone, I guess.
the picture on this tier list is cracking me up because it's like it's the weird green one from the screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, next we've got Antonio Fongo. He doesn't try to kill Nancy or anything.
Enrico Tazza.
I just said Antonio Fongo. What? Enrico Tazza. He doesn't try to kill Nancy or anything. And
but he still has her commit a crime.
He does, but he's cool about it. Like,
all
he's
right,
cool,
none of the above?
Okay? None of the above. His charisma stats save him from being ick. So.
And also, Scopa is fun.
And Scopa is really fun. And also, the voice actor did an incredible job for this. Alright, next we've got Nico Petit. And can I put him into Himbo?
What? We don't know anything about him!
I know he's a thief and everything, but, like, he's dumb. He is known by the Italian cops to be dumb. He's obviously beefy and athletic and everything from, you know, running all over the Venice rooftops.
We have no reference for his kind stats.
The kind...
He tried to steal the necklace. That's not kind.
Listen! He just did this because he's a fan of Assassin's Creed 2!
No, I'm not gonna concede. You can put him in Jock, but I do not think he has enough kind stats.
He's going in Jock! I love him though.
Okay, he does not have enough kind stats to go into Himbo. I won't relax on that one.
Ignore the fact that Assassin's Creed 2 didn't come out until after Phantom of Venice.
See, yeah, you're making stuff up.
No! This is only...
No!
Okay, next we have Donald Delaney.
Okay.
And...
he's not kind and he's not stupid, so... And he's not beefy, so none of the above.
Yeah. Next we have Kit Foley.
I love Kit.
I love him so much, but I also don't think he fits into the three pillars well.
No.
Because he's not kind. And he's not stupid. He's a
little bit kind.
A little bit, yeah, but not that much.
And he's not really stupid.
Yeah, so...
Nor is he really beefy.
Above. Love you.
I do love Kit, though.
Kit. Okay, next is Matt.
Very dumb.
Also very dumb.
Very kind.
Not kind. No, he isn't kind enough with all the pranks and everything. He's not kind enough.
Not kind enough.
And having somebody he knows from work being his best man instead of his literal best friend, that's weird. Yeah, everybody in this game is weird, except for Denal. Denal is the coolest. But I feel like Matt goes into none of the above.
Okay.
Alright, next is Johnny Roll.
Bad man.
The racist part of Dwayne Power's identity.
As if it wasn't bad enough.
As if it wasn't bad enough! We've got the racism, bad racism. Racism immediately goes into ick. If there's any racism, I'm sorry, bestie. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. Anyway, next we've got Scott Burnell. I hate him. His
bad
beard
man.
Looks like his bad man, obviously, but also his beard looks like it's $2 from Party City in 2008. Like his beard looks like it's taped on. I hate him. So we have Lewis Chandler and
bad man.
Bad man, be gone. I don't like him. He kills you if you say you read a book or a magazine. Yeah, it was a book. If you say, "Hey, I read about this in a book," he'll be like, "That was in my bag," and then he kills you. So
yeah.
The most obvious culprit spoiler in a game is that they kill you during the game.
Yeah.
And it's gee, I wonder who the culprit is. If the culprit tried to kill me halfway through the game.
That's a good point. Oh, well, no, that's not exactly true, because Tex kills you if you don't put the saddle back. And he's not the culprit.
Hey, that's valid, because it's bad for the horses.
Okay.
It's for the horses.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Listen, I will defend Tex for this. Okay,
right.
I love the horses.
Okay.
Next we have Pa, and I think
None
he
of
would
the
go into
above.
decent man actually.
But
He's
he's
kind
not
and he's a bit dumb
dumb.
too. Maybe.
I'd put him in none of the above.
Yeah, I love him though.
He's
love
a smart
Pa.
businessman.
I still think Pa Pennies is a hilarious concept.
Me too. He's a smart businessman.
Oh, speaking of Pa Pennies, I have to say this just for no reason right now. But so when I was in the launch team for Mystery of the Seven Keys, one of the things that they did was that they sent out the t-shirts and the little dog tag necklaces and stuff. And like that was super cool. But when mine was delivered, my name was Rae and my last name was Pa Pennies. So
it's lovely to meet you, Miss
name.
Pa Pennies.
Yes, my legal name is now Rae Pa Pennies. So
I mean, works for me.
That is my new name. Anyway, next we have Frosty Harlow from Trail of the Twister. He is so much fun, but I don't think he falls to any of these categories.
Me either. I was gonna say, like, he's decently kind until he screams at Nancy for the machinery.
You're sticking your big fat nose into everything! Gee! Wow, okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry about my nose.
Alright, next is another person on the himbo list. He's definitely a himbo, and that is Chase.
Yes. I love Chase.
I'm forever a Chase defender. I love him so much.
I'm a Chase girly. He's in my top 3 of like
he's so
Nancy
adorable. He is so dumb. And he's also very kind. And also, he's hunky. You know, I love him.
Yeah.
He's beefy enough to be working on cars at a farm and everything. Like, this, you know, I love him. I love Chase. Precious. Okay, next is, Detective Beach.
Ew.
Evil man be gone. Ah! I hate him. Next is Rentaro or Rentaro. If you're trying to pronounce it better, but ew, I hate him. Once we do our episode of Shadows at the Water, our episode on Shadow at the Water's Edge, I'm gonna go off on such a big rant about how much I hate him.
Me too, and I think he's a great character. He's a great character, and he brings a lot of humor to a lot of the game. Mm-hmm. But like once you get toward end game, like he just is so atrocious. Like the things that he does and how he tries to justify them. No,
that's how I feel about so many characters, because it's like, is this character like objectively a terrible person? Yes, I hate them so much, but what a great character, you know?
Yeah,
like
how Clara I feel about the entire Labyrinth of Lies cast.
Yeah. No, listen. Grigor and Niobe were just there because of bad situations.
True. Okay? They were more victim than
more victim, especially Grigor. He poor Grigor. I love him. Next we have Carl von Schwest. No, that's what? Dieter. Carl. Oh my gosh, I forgot his last name. I'm getting German last names mixed up. Oh no!
I don't remember Carl's last name either.
Anyway, Carl. I think he would go into Decent Man. It's like, he's really nice to Nancy. He just gets annoyed with Lucas, but also Lucas is a menace. So I feel like he would go into Decent Man.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
It's like, is he dumb? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But he does not have any beefiness. But he is also really nice to Nancy, and when he gets freaked out about Lucas being missing and stuff, he's like, we have to do everything we can to save this kid. And Nancy's like, I thought you hated Lucas. He's like, yeah, I do, but he's family. He's part of the castle. We need to protect him and stuff. And it's like, you know what? I love you, Carl. You know?
Good
Stan Carl, you know. We like him. Next is Chief McGinnis. I don't think he's none of the above.
Yeah, I would say so.
He doesn't have enough.
I would say he's a generally good man, but he's not. I wouldn't call him like bubbly or kind or anything like that.
Yeah, no. All right, next we have Alexei Markovic, and he definitely does not go into any of these.
Again, one of the best characters in the series, in my opinion. but definitely does not hit any of the himbo pillars.
Yeah. No, he's so good though. Like, I love him also as a person and as a character. Just the best. All right, next we have Ned.
Ned is
And
very
there is
kind and I would say beefy, so probably hunk.
yeah. There is an argument for him being dumb, especially about Nancy and stuff. But like, he's also a nerd, so I don't know.
I don't
Yeah, I love Ned. I'll put him into hunk.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
there we
he's
go.
quite dumb enough to like hit himbo.
Yeah. Okay, next we have what's
Abdullah.
his name?
Abdullah Bakum.
Yeah,
Bad
Badman
man.
Ikbegon. Just a terrible person. I hate him. Next we have Dexter Egan.
Love him, but
Um,
I don't think he hits anything.
None of the above, yeah. None of the above. Also, I just have to say this again. Extra Wickford's parenting. What the hell? Um, no wonder this guy hated his dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time I think of like, oh, his past, is checkered, and he was like 18, and his dad is always like telling him how much he is bad as a kid, and I'm like, geez, that does great things for a child's development. Next we have Dylan Carter. I don't know if he's kind enough, but I feel like he's a jock.
charming. Would we equate that to being kind?
No, I think he's a jock.
Okay.
Because he's, physically fit enough to survive all those rocks on top of him. I think that goes towards being beefy at least, even if he is pretty thin. He's gotta be at least really physically fit and strong to be able to survive that somehow. Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, that's all. And he is a bit dumb too, because he went in there.
Yeah.
He just does, and he also is really bad at hiding things from Nancy, because they're like right in the open where anybody can get to them, and it's like, okay, bestie. All right, next we have John Boyle, who's the guy.
None of the above.
None of the above.
I mean, he hits kind, but
he hits kind, and that's it. Next we have Victor Lawsett.
Ew.
Badman Ikbegon. Obviously he tries to kill Nancy and doesn't hit any of the pillars. Next we have Gray Courtwright.
Love him, but no.
None of the above.
Yeah.
Next we have Mason Quinto. Again, love him, but
love
none
him,
of the
but
above.
no. Not a him.
He is my favorite in the games. I just love him so much. Terrible person, but also very fun. And also not that terrible.
Also, some of the best one-liners in the entire series come from Mason.
I know! And also some of the best just quotes in general. One of my favorite quotes that he has is when he's talking about the day the police came and investigated everything. And he said it was like really weird that the police were just acting like, oh, this is just normal. Yeah, we're just talking about a baseball game and stuff. Like, yeah. And he's like, somebody died. They're not acting like that happened. And he was just like talking about the psychology of that. And I was like, oh, love this guy. He's such a hilarious asshole, though. Love him. Next we have Nico Jovic. Again, none of the above. All right. Anyway, next we have Wade Thornton. I think he goes into hunk, honestly.
Kind of beefy.
Yeah, he's kind of beefy. And also he is kind. And not
but he's
stupid.
Not dumb.
Not dumb at all. Okay, next we've got Colton Birchfield. Don't know if he's beefy enough.
I don't know if he's beefy enough. I think he could maybe go into decent man.
Yeah, I feel that as well, because like he is kind, and he is a little bit dumb and everything, but I don't think he's beefy enough. So I think that fits him well. I love him. Okay, next we've got Alec Fell, and definitely hunk. So, yeah. Because he's smart. He's like a bounty hunter, private investigator kind of dude. And
he's obviously athletic enough to like chase after somebody.
Yeah, that's his job. So
yeah.
I am an Alex stan. I love him. So, yeah. He goes into hunk. Next we've got Ewan McLeod,
Ugh.
which Batman Ick be gone.
This shirt alone makes me want to gag.
I'm so sorry, David Tennant, that this man has to be based off of you. I personally apologize for that, David Tennant. Okay, next we have Jacques Brunet, and
I feel
I don't
like
because like he's a little bit ick, but he's not like ick enough to be in Batman Ick Be Gone. So,
but I think he's kind of dumb and kind of beefy.
Yeah,
I would maybe put him in Jock.
yeah. I forgot about Jock for a second, so yeah, definitely in Jock. Yeah. Okay, next we have Sunny June himself. He's kind of an enigma.
Yeah.
So I think he goes into none of the above.
Yeah.
Or we add an entire tier just for Sunny June.
I feel like he's his own thing, because I would not call him stupid, but I would call him like spacey. Haha, pun intended.
Yeah, so
and
so we're just gonna add a row
definitely
below.
not what I would consider beefy.
Yeah, I'm just adding
and
a
he's
row
not
below.
exactly rude, but he's not exactly
just
kind
Sunny
either.
June. Yeah, this is just gonna be. I need Sunny to have his own row.
Okay,
Like,
I agree. Sunny June.
He's so wild. He's so wild and all over the place that I have to give him credit for that. Sunny June.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Patrick Dowsett, and
Himbo.
immediately Himbo. There is nothing not Himbo about this man.
We love Patrick. He is a himbo.
We stan Patrick in this household.
He might actually be more of a poster child himbo than any of the other himbos.
I think so too. I think so as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no smart bone in his body. A lot of strong bones and stupid bones and very kind bones, but no smart bones.
That's a profound thought.
Yeah. I love him. Okay, next we have Grigor Karakanos, and I'd say he's a himbo as well.
I would say he's a little smarter than
smarter than the rest.
I think he's as smart as
dumb.
Chase.
Yeah.
So I would.
Yeah, he's still dumb though, because he fell for everything that they put him through.
Yeah.
He fell for it when he like knew who these people were.
Grigor can go in himbo. I can concede to that.
I love him. He's a theater kid himbo.
Yes.
He is a himbo who made his way onto Broadway. Like, okay, he wishes. I want him to get out of jail and go on to Broadway. That is what I want for him.
Yeah.
So. Okay, next we've got Thanos Ganas, and
my man.
I think
but he is a bad man.
I think he goes into Jock.
Jock?
Because he is moderately smart due to what he has to do and everything. And extremely beefy. The highest beefy stats of any character in this game.
True. But zero kind.
Zero kindness. Nothing. So, yeah, he goes into Jock.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Soren. I forgot his last name from Sea of Darkness. I hate him. So, Badman Ick Be Gone. He reminds me of this guy I used to know who, was like... I have read a book on feminism, so I know more about feminism than women do. And I was like, wait. Okay.
I just realized.
He just
if we're going by villains who try to harm Nancy automatically go into bad man, then shouldn't Thanos go in there?
If they don't fit anything else.
Okay.
And then they go into Ick Bad Man Be Gone. But if they are just overwhelmingly a certain type, then yeah.
That's
but
fine.
Thanos is like overwhelmingly
beefy,
hunky, and like. Oh wait, I did say he was smart. Did I say he was smart?
Yes,
I did say he was smart. So maybe he does go into Badman Ick Be Gone. Maybe
he's moderately smart. Now, if we were gonna use the supporting pillars of handsome and tall, I think it could put him somewhere else. Jock, but those are just supporting pillars. So.
Yeah, so we're just gonna put him in Badman.
We'll put him in Badman.
Next we have Gunnar Tonnesson, and I love Gunnar so much.
But I
love him so much.
I think he's gonna go into none of the above though.
Yeah, he's definitely going into none of the above, but I
He
love it
reminds
so
me,
much.
I feel like he's got very similar stats to like Gray in Deadly
Yeah.
Device. Similar vibes.
Yeah. I but he's fun. He's more fun.
More
He's
fun,
very
yeah.
funny. So, but also so tragic. When we do Sea of Darkness, I'm gonna go on a little like rant about this
Yeah.
guy, about how much I love this character. Okay, next we have Magnus.
I'm gonna
Um,
say he's got fairly high stats, I feel like.
yeah, cause you he's pretty like tall and athletic, I guess, and so people
Mm-hmm.
were like, yeah, there's no way he's just like got lost and everything because
And he's a
he's like
sailor,
sailor
which, you know,
and
is going
athletic and
to,
everything
like,
and
running a
stuff
ship is
and
gonna definitely gain, like, you're gonna gain muscle
yeah.
naturally doing something like that.
Yeah. And he's also like hiking in the ice caves
Yeah.
and hid a bunch of clues in there, so like definitely that. And I also do think he's kind of stupid. Just everything we learn about him, it's like I cannot tell anything about this man's like
He seems to be
smartness
kind
stat.
of, it's almost like he's, like, book smart enough, but he's kind of,
Yeah.
like, dumb with, like, people.
Just a little clueless, yeah.
Yeah.
I also heavily like headcanon him as autistic because
Okay.
the cluelessness about people thing is so autistic of him, and I love that about him. That's not me saying autistic people are stupid. I'm autistic. But I will say some of us can be really dumb when it comes to social skills, but that's just because of the autism. Blame the autism. I love the autism, but sometimes I want to know what certain facial expressions mean, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, I would be fine with
okay.
putting him in
Yeah.
Himbo.
All right, next we have Judge something. Judge Danforth from I hate him enough to put him in Batman Ick Be
Me too.
Gone, honestly. I just ugh.
We can skip the third Frank down there.
Yeah, the third Frank. Because this is the Nance Drew husband tier maker on tier maker.
Oh, okay.
And so they must not like Joe,
I
whoever made
know.
this.
Joe Auntie's over
So
here.
I love Joe. I'm a Joe stan. But anyway, so next is Brady Armstrong.
Ugh.
Like he's so funny because like
Would we consider him a bad man ick?
no, not enough. Like because the thing about Brady is that at first he wanted to help out Nancy, but then Simone, and cause like he
But
doesn't
then
hit
when
any
you
of the
find
stats
out that
enough, I
he
think.
could stop the demolition
Yeah. And
and
he's like,
doesn't.
no, I don't want to. So I think he goes into none of the above
All
because he's
right.
not Batman ick enough. He's more funny to me. And next we've got Nicholas Falcone. I don't really think he goes into any of the stats, honestly.
Yeah, he's kind of none of the above.
Yeah. I love you, Nick, though. Alright, so
All right.
there is our not husband, what? Himbo tier list. So for Himbo, the ultimate Himbos of it, the ones that definitely hit the stats, are Dave Gregory, Charlie something, Chase something,
Relaford.
Rutherford, Patrick Dowsett, Gregor Karakinos, and Magnus. Was it Killianson or something?
Killianson? Yeah, I think so.
Yes, it is, because that is my post that I see when I look up his name. And yeah, that's it for the himbos. And then we have our very special category of Just Sunny June. So he has to have his own category for everything he's on, I feel.
I agree.
I might have
We did
to,
it.
like... Yeah, we did! Huzzah!
Well, thank you so
Alright.
much for listening. Do you have any other himbo thoughts to say?
Stan Grigger. I love him. I love him. He's my wonderful, dumb, blonde himbo. And I would die for him. So, yeah.
And so next time you're with us, we'll be talking about another game, and I'm excited because I have a lot of thoughts on the next one as well. So,
I don't have a lot because
that's okay. I feel like you talked a lot for Ghost of Thornton Hall, so maybe I'll end up talking a lot for the next one.
Yeah. I will say we do have a character with high himbo stats in the next game.
Yeah.
So.
See if you can figure it out.
A little hint.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Just a reminder, please feel free to comment, just engage with us on socials or on Spotify or YouTube where you can comment. Feel free to suggest things for us to talk about in the future if you're ever interested in that. We're here to serve.
Yeah.
In every way, right? Okay, anyway. Yep. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye!